I'm live. Hey, how about this? You actually get to see my face. I apologize for that. Hopefully I can make that up to you guys in some way. All right. My name, a lot of you, of course, all of you know, most of you know. Um, my name's Rich Parada. I am the writer, artist, colorist, and letterer of the four-chapter graphic novel series, The Incantesi. And it runs quarterly, and I'm having a great time doing it. I'm on chapter 2. And man, am I having a lot of fun with it. And I really am. And for chapter 1, I had a Kickstarter starting early February. And I set a modest goal, and we made that goal within 6 days, which I thought was fantastic. I love everybody who started that, who helped me out with that one. But then we went more and more and more. And if anybody saw the stunt at the end of the campaign with me getting rid of most of my hair, that was funny. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. It took a load off my mind, if you really want to put it that way, I guess. Um, we did well. We did very well. I want to continue that streak, and I'm going to continue that streak for issue 2, because for chapter 2. I keep saying issue. Maybe I should just say issue just for the hell of it. So for issue 2, it's going to ramp up a little bit, and we're going to get a little bit more of an insight of the story. But I'll tell you guys about that later when I'm ready to start the Kickstarter for chapter 2, which will be shortly. But we're going to talk a little bit about chapter 1. Now, I have a whole bunch of copies here, and I've acquired, and more people have sought me out, and I've sought more people out to see what I can, for me to show what the Incantesi is all about, the art, the story, and all that stuff. And I'm launching the INDIEGOGO campaign because I do have a bunch of extra copies that quite frankly, I would like to sell, because there's a couple of things I would like to get, a scanner, a couple other things, and just make sure that I can appear at conventions here in the United Kingdom. So far, I'm going to buy. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, let's hope that, everything works out, that lockdown finally does end to a degree. But I wanted to show all of you, whoever's here and who missed the first campaign, or maybe wants to get another copy of the issue or something to give to a friend as a gift or whatnot. I'm going to show you exactly what I have here and what I'm ready and what I am selling and what I am displaying. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go for the soft cover copy right over here. The printer's name is Mixam. All right, they have branches in the United States and the United Kingdom. They're fantastic. The quality of the paper here is unreal. It's magazine strong. I have a really nice thick cover over here for the soft cover, so it's not going to fold or anything. I'm glad I actually did a print run before. When I first did it, I did a print run, and I should have picked a heavier cardstock. So, lesson learned. But thankfully, all of them are like this. Here's the quality of it. It's perfect. Oh, this way. Or maybe it's this way. Okay. Perfect bound. So you're not going to have an issue with it. You can easily fold it over, and it'll go back to its shape. I illustrate like this. And then I put it like this. Ta-da! See? It's beautiful. Now, the print quality on the inside is fantastic. If some of you can see some of the stuff over here, that's how some of it works. And the print quality and everything else, sorry about that, goes straight through. You are definitely getting your money's worth when you get this issue. Even some of the last pages. These are spoilers for some of you, so I don't know if I should really do that. But yeah, this is a lot of fun here. This is the soft cover. I believe it's 10 British pounds, I think. Let me just make sure. I copy and paste the damn Indiegogo campaign all the time, and I sometimes I don't remember it. I guess that's early onset Alzheimer's for someone like me. All right, why is that logged in? Okay, that's odd. Well, I think it's like 10. Yeah, I think it's 10. Yeah, it's something like that. Okay, now that's one hell of a deal for a 48-page graphic novel. That's not bad at all. Here's the other thing that I have here, and this is the one that was chosen the most so far. This is the hardcover. Obviously, it's beautiful. This hardcover is out of this world. When I got this, I was overjoyed because it's so good. Has a beautiful binding on the inside. It even has like the name on the corner, so that's pretty cool. But also to make sure, it has the same quality of printing for the interior pages, just as I do have for the paperback. As you can plainly see, the imaging is crisp. The pages are nice and strong, that are protected by a really nice hardcover. You can all see that over there. Has the same exact content that it would within the paperback that I just put over there for a minute. And these are available. I have so far 5 people have gotten the paperback and the hardcover, so I have 10 left of each. It's a limited run, so that's all I have left. And I also have ones that that have a couple of extra, have one extra reward with it, so it should be okay. Now, that's available for 15 British pounds. So you're thinking, if you're in America, you're thinking maybe about 20 or something. There is going to be a little bit of a charge for the shipping, but I'm swallowing a little bit of that charge because I don't expect anybody to take on the full charge, because for the Kickstarter campaign, the one issue that I had was, the pandemic and then Brexit took over, which was terrible because it literally tripled the amount of money I had to spend on postage to the United States. So I put in, for more to send everything, I had to sacrifice an additional 300 British pounds just to make sure that I can get the packages out to everybody. And that's another 450, 500 bucks. That's not peanuts. I don't mind. It's my fault. I should have calculated a little bit more, and I should have done a couple of other things differently, because a lot of the stuff I had was different volume and different size, and that of course affects pricing. But when I got here and when I was doing all this, pricing wasn't that bad, and I didn't expect it to get all that bad. But it is what it is. Now, every single person, I want to show everybody, every single person that gets either the paperback or the hardcover by itself, everyone, it's going to be all across, it's universal, but everyone's going to get a print. It's going to be A4 size, which is also the size of the hardcover. A4 size is roughly equivalent to letter size in the United States. It's 8¼ inches across and 11 3/4 inches down. And that's what the size of this print is. It's not quite 8.5 by 11, but it's close. You see, you get a print of it, and each one of them, this one's not signed, but I sign each every one in the cover right over here, in the corner right over there. Put that over there, and I know it's going to be a little silly, but I wanted to include, sorry that I had to reach over there for a minute. I wanted to include, oh, look at this. Isn't this cute? A little bookmark thingy. Oh, it has like the main heroes and like the thingy in the middle where she's like, I'm screaming and I have power. And then you turn it over and it tells you the name of the title, so you know what it is. I did that specially. That was fun. Anyway, you get anybody who puts into that campaign, you get the print, you get the bookmark, and here's something else. Now turns out I have a bunch of these too, so I'm going to include these in every package. This was a reward. This was a stretch goal that I got when I reached the goal of 1,100 pounds to start. But then I changed it to 1,500, and I still made that. So I was just like, that's fantastic. But what I have here is a paperback stapled print of the Incantesi Companion. Now, the Incantesi Companion here is I wanted to show everybody what I did, some of the process that I had. Now, under no circumstances would I not tell you that I used at least 5 pages. Not that I did not use at least 5 pages out of the story that I changed and moved all over the place. Del says, "What's up?" Hello, Del Guzman. How are you, man? I'm glad you're here. This is also, I'm telling everybody who's ever watching this, and I'm going to post this a couple of times here and there. I'm going to post it again tonight because it'll reach my American audience better. And I'll probably post it over the weekend too. But this along with the print and the bookmark will be included in every single order that anybody places for the Indiegogo. So you're getting this, you're getting the print, you're getting the bookmark, and you're also getting a beautiful print of the paperback or the hardcover. Now, I've also set aside a couple of other rewards that that include an A4 commission. So it's like essentially it's like the size, like a letter size, 9.5 by 11, whatever it might be. It's a commission of whoever wants whatever they want drawn for this particular size, they can have immediately. It's not an issue at all. Here's a sample of this. This is a drawing that I just decided of our lovely hero. That's the Incantessi right over here, in all of her glory, ready to use her powers to serve good. Maybe or maybe not. You'll have to get up to chapter 4 in order to find out what she does. Ooh, it's spooky. Anyway, so we have this over here, right over here. This is the quality that you can expect from every single commission that I have. Now, I've shown a couple of other commissions. I've gone live with a couple of other commissions, and they work. Now, one of the other things about this particular one, right over here, if we reach our goal of 600 British pounds, which is about 720 American, if we reach that goal, I will take that drawing that we have there, and I will do like a blind lottery taste test thing. And I'll go, okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch tiger by the toe. And I'll choose someone to receive this reward, to receive this commission. So hopefully we get to that point. I'm estimating right now I have about 12 backers at this point. If we get to 25, that's probably going to be it. But that's what I have. That is what I have. And that is what you can expect for everything that I do from here on in. It's chapter 2 is going to look good. Chapter 2 is actually going to have a little bit more because I'm going to include a little surprise for a prologue and an epilogue, and you'll see. And it's really going to explain a lot of things and be a real great table setter for the final chapters. There's going to be a lot more intensity and a lot more action as the story goes along, and a lot more shocks and everything. Nice. Just share it out. Thank you. Thank you, Del. I appreciate you doing that, man. Thank you so much. I mean, if you choose to back it, that's great. If you share it, that's just as good because that just brings awareness. And I really appreciate anybody who does that for me. Thank you, because this is my first venture into it. And I really love this character. It's so great. Oh yeah. Also for and speaking of the character, if you decide to back one of these things, and like I said, you get one of these babies in there, what it does is it'll show you towards the end of the book, the very first drawing, the very first conceptual art of the Incantessi, of our hero and everything. And you'll read the story about how something like this came to be. I mean, great big things come from little divots of energy. And that's exactly what this did. And I'm so happy with it. I love it. I can't wait to see how much farther this is going to go. And it's just so dope. I'm really, really appreciative of anyone who's backed it, anybody who will back it. It seems like I now have something of a following. I have more subscribers to the second Kickstarter than I did the first one throughout the whole time up until it started. And I still have 2 months until it's done, until it starts. So really, truly, I really, not just so much sell it and everything. I want to show everybody what the story is all about. And I think it's a damn good story. I think it is. And from what I understand, a lot of other people have. No, this is book 1. This is, Del, this is book 1. Right here. Book 2 is going to come out. Book 2, the Kickstarter for that is going to come out in late June, and only late June, because my Facebook account was suspended for a month. And it took a while for me to get back and to get into the rhythm of things because I couldn't post anything really. So it was going to originally launch in the beginning of June, but now it's going to go to late June. So the Kickstarter for Incantessi Book 2 is going to be in late June. The link that you'll see in the chats is going to be the Indiegogo campaign that's running right now that has 11 days. This Kickstarter right now ends. This Kickstarter, well, this isn't a Kickstarter. It's an Indiegogo campaign that I have right now. It should be in the chats. It should be somewhere there, or the private chat or whatnot. If not, I'll just post it afterwards. What I'm showing is the link for the Indiegogo campaign. It's a short one. I have 11 days left on it, and I'm trying and show the remaining copies that I have of the hardcover and the soft covers. So, when does your Kickstarter end? Yeah, I'm sorry, I already read that. Anyway, that's it. Now, this, like, once again, this Indiegogo campaign has 11 days left. We're good right now. We're halfway there. And I really want to get this out to everybody. And I hope anybody who purchases this thing, anybody who decides to believe in whatever I'm doing and purchase this copy, I know that you're going to like it. Because so far I haven't had one negative thing. Oh, okay, sounds good. Yeah, thank you, Del. I keep glancing downward here and there just to make sure that I get the messages correct. But thank you all very much for being here. And I'm probably gonna copy and paste this a little bit later because right now, even though it's noon over here in the United Kingdom, it's 7 o'clock in the morning over in the United States, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning over on the West Coast. So I don't want to really bother anybody or wake anybody up, but I wanted to do this for not just for putting it out there, but also for my UK audience. And then it's going to go over to the United States audience when everybody's awake. Marco Hedis, yes, thank you, Marco. Thank you so much. Marco got the package with the commission, and I'm going to make sure that he's a very happy individual. Right over there, that's the link. 5:45 a.m. here. Yeah, it's early. It really is, but that's the pratfall sometimes of like moving 5 hours ahead of everything. I mean, it's good sometimes because that gives me an extra 5 hours on a deadline if I have to hand in anything by 5 o'clock on the Eastern Seaboard. But that's great. But yes, once again, I will show you what I have to offer for anyone who backs it. You have the soft cover. It's 48 pages. It's perfect bound, so there's not going to be any issue with any pages being torn out. There's that. There is also, as an extra add-on for every single order, you get a print. It's going to be signed by me right down here. It's in the other corner. Yeah, the other corner. I sign every print. What else do we get here? We get a cute little bookmark, and it's double-sided too. Woo, fancy. Isn't that special? Double-sided? That's the only one that's double-sided on this thing. Well, that's not true. Pages are double-sided. You also get the Incantesi Companion, which gives you a sneak peek at some of the pages that I had before, some of the ones that I didn't use, and it also shows you the very first drawing of the Incantesi that was requested by a lovely Italian actress by the name of Sofia Borcani, and she's the co-creator of this thing, which I think is fantastic. All of that is also included in the hardcover copy right here. Now, anybody, if you ask anyone, if you happen to know someone who happened to back this before, they can attest that the quality of this thing is fantastic. So far, I've gotten really nice reviews from about 6 or 7 people who posted on social media. That's just the beginning, as far as I know, about how they love the book, and I'm happy about it. And like I said, for anybody who backs the upper tier rewards for commissions, this is the quality you can expect. And for this particular drawing of our hero, if we get to 600 pounds British, which is about 720 American, or 25 backers, whichever ones are the ones that are there, this is thrown into a lottery where someone gets this. Not bad, huh? Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like everything that I do. Can you tell me the type of story it is again? All right. The origin is in the Indiegogo, but to make it quick, the story is about a young lady named Cassandra who finds out in the worst way possible that she is destined to not only be a great sorceress or one to wield great power, but also a keeper of the wrath. Now, Cassandra herself isn't named Incantesi. She's part of a clan of sorcerers that have been around since like the 17th century over in Europe. But with all the witch hunting and everything, a lot of them were getting killed. Unfortunately, they didn't strike back or anything. Some of the members of the Incantesi struck back, and more members of the Incantesi clan decided to separate and become the Wrath. And bloodlust took them over. And then they just decided, you know what? All of humanity, all of regular humans who can't do what we do, we have to wipe them out because they're too busy to kill anybody. They're too busy trying to kill us all. So we might as well just kill them. Now, there were a few Incantesi left who still, regardless of all the stuff that happened, decided that the Wrath can't do this because some of humanity is worth saving. Some may not even so much that some of them can't be, but the majority of humanity is good, and they shouldn't pay for the few who do bad. So they managed to trick all of the Wrath into an extra dimensional prison. They used a spell to put all of them into an extra dimensional prison, but the problem was that this prison is only finite, and it needs to be reinforced, and it needs to be redone, and all that other lovely jazz. So the secret and the sequence of spells that has to be passed down from generation to generation, and not even so much generation, but every 50 years for someone who has the capability of wielding and holding and containing that much power. Cassandra is one of the last ones in line, and she wasn't even supposed to be it. There's a story behind it. As the chapters go on, I'll explain it, but Cassandra is one who has that type of power but can wield so much greater power. Now, she's a young girl in her early 20s. Now, I'm not going to make her a Mary Sue or make her indestructible or like Rey Skywalker. That's not going to happen. She's going to react according to her gifts. Who knows how a person reacts when all of a sudden they're confronted with being able to wield great power and not knowing what to do with it. That's what most of the story is going to be about. It's going to be about how this person adapts to everything, who she is and what she does, and how she finds out about things that led her to where she is now. I'll give you a hint. She was not supposed to be the last one. She wasn't supposed to be the one to do it. But there's a reason why she is now. So you'll have to find out if you pick up chapters 1, of course, which a lot of people already have. But you need to also pick up chapters 2, 3, and 4 when those suckers come out. And those are going to come out the rest of this year. Chapter 3 will definitely hit sometime around September. And chapter 4 will probably hit sometime around January or the latest February 2022. But I really have this all together, and it's ready to go. Oh, yes. So Sonia also got one of those things, too. Ooh, I like it already. Rich has great power. Wow, that's nice of you to say. Thanks. Del, please check out, definitely check out the Indiegogo. It has everything that the first Kickstarter already has. It has all that art that you see there. Oh, yeah, also, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows, whoever purchases this, if we reach the goal, everybody will get the digital copy of chapter 1, and I'm going to include about 10 pages of black and white art for chapter 2 in the PDF. So you get a little bit of a sneak peek. All right. So let's make this goal. Let's make this happen. Let's do this 600 quid, which is really not that much in the grand scheme of things. And the price that I'm charging for the chapter 1, it's reasonable and it's really cool. And let's do this and let's really make this work. I hope we all do this, and I'm going to keep pushing. Not too much. I don't want to be overbearing because that sucks. But I'm going to make sure that this is done, and I want to make sure that everybody gets a copy of this, because more than I want to sell it or make money, quote unquote, it's my story. It's my magnum opus. I've been a professional comic book artist for over 20 years, and I didn't have the courage to do any of this until I felt like I needed to learn all the crafts that are necessary within it. Maybe it's just my own narcissism that I didn't want anybody else touching it, but I didn't feel worthy of putting anything together until I had an idea of where everything was. But now I do. At least I think I do. And it's working for the style of the book that I'm doing. So I thank you all for showing up. I thank you all for taking the time to listen to me ramble and stutter every so often, because this is just off the cuff, so not bad, I guess. I don't know. But thank you so much. I'll post the Indiegogo campaign URL. I mean, I have to thank Marco for doing that to begin with, but it's in the chats. And I thank you all very much for being here. With any luck, I'll see you around. Oh, I have something tonight on YouTube, and if you're already connected with me on my page, you don't want to miss it. All right. So, mwah, que bella! I love all of you. Thank you so much for being around here. And I appreciate you, and I will see you guys later. You take care. Bye-bye.